Hey Facebook Live, good morning. I want to talk to you today about user schmoozers. Little networking tips for you. Have you ever found yourself, if you're not someone who loves to network, I'm not someone who loves to network, but have you ever found yourself in those situations where you're at a networking event and you feel after someone leaves you, you feel like, ugh, it just didn't feel right. It felt like they were using you, or maybe their intentions weren't right. It's probably because they were a user schmoozer. A user schmoozer is one of those people that is all about themselves. They go into a situation and they're looking for what can they take from everybody as opposed to what can they give. And I want to help you not be a user schmoozer because it's yucky. It feels gross when you've been user schmoozed. Coming out of corporate, this happened all the time. I sat on huge budgets, and so people wanted to be around me because they wanted money from me. It had nothing to do with if they really wanted to be around me, and everything to do with something that they wanted from me. And being an entrepreneur, it's the opposite. You want to attract people that want to be around you because they find value in you and you're providing value to them. And you also want to be around people that are providing value, not because they have a certain status or something that you can get from it. It's kind of flipped on the opposite. So I have this great story. My husband he's a baseball guy. He started as a player and then a coach, and now he's an agent or a scout. To me, they're the same. To him, they're very different, and we go round and round about it. But he's Jerry Maguire, and when we first started dating, and I was at the top of my corporate game, he was going to come to me to this event, and this event was, typical. Big egos in a room, lots of titles, and I thought, this guy is going to get eaten alive by these men that I work with. And he could tell that I was nervous, and he kept saying, trust me, don't worry about me. I can hold my own, and when these guys learn what I do, they're going to be falling all over me. And I thought, there is no way. You have no clue who these people are that I work with. I've seen them eat people alive. And sure enough, he was right. You guys, and you know what it was? Every one of them either had a son or a nephew or a cousin that they were like, he's the best player, and how do I get him to the big leagues? Or they wanted tickets for something. He was totally user schmoozed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen this in these guys, because typically people were clamoring all over them. So how do you know if you're a user schmoozer? Well, it's easy. Do you walk into a room and do people have bullseyes on them, and are you looking at what you can take from them, as opposed to walking into a room and really thinking about what kind of value can I provide here? So how do you do this? How do you do this when you network? I've got 3 simple tips for you. First of all, I'm a big goal person, so you've got to go in knowing what you want to accomplish from this networking event or this event that you're at, whether it's networking or not. I used to go in and I always had this mindset of, oh my gosh, I need to build my network. I need to build my network. So I need to leave the room with 10 new contacts. And it was miserable for me, you guys. I didn't enjoy it. Well, I've switched that up now. It's not about a number. It's not about going in there and coming out with something. It's about, there's always something when I walk into a room that I can leave that room with a new piece of information, a new nugget. Something that I didn't know, whether it's a book that I need to read or a way that I can adjust my business or a new app or something. So one goal is to walk away from that event or that meeting with a new nugget, something. Then the next thing is, rather than walking in and saying, I need 10 new people in my network, I'm now more relaxed and saying, I want to meet as many people as I can that I genuinely connect with. So I go in thinking, I want to make a connection with people. If it's one person, awesome. If it's 10 people, great. But I'm not going to limit myself or force myself into any type of relationship. I'm just going to let myself provide value and see who I naturally connect with. Totally different approach, and it takes the pressure off. So make sure you know your goals going in. So now that you know your goals, I have a formula. I have a formula when I talk to people, and it's basically ask, offer, and exit. So ask. You want to ask people about themselves to get to know them, and don't ask the typical "what do you do" question. What do you do isn't going to help you know if you have a connection with this person, right? We don't care necessarily what their job is. We want to know what makes them tick. We want to know who they are. So ask them about them. Ask them what if you do want to keep it business related, you can ask something like, what business problem does your company solve and how are you part of that? Like what, or what happened in the last quarter that you're super proud of. But I really like to get into the mindset of people and like, what are you passionate about? What's lighting your fire right now? What are you super geeked out about? And let them start showing you where their passion is, because once you know that, you're going to know if there's a connection, right? So that's the ask. And now it's the offer. The offer is all about what you can provide to them. And it doesn't have to be huge or massive. It's just, how can I help you? Maybe you have a network of people that you can introduce them to, or maybe you know something that would help them. Offer your assistance. The more you help others accomplish their goals, the more attractive you become to people, and the more that they're willing to help you out. And as an entrepreneur, that's what it's all about, you guys. And the third one, which is probably the most important, is the exit. Man, you guys, have you ever been in an event and there is a person that will not stop talking to the person that you want to talk to? They're just monopolizing this person's time, and it's uncomfortable for the person and it's uncomfortable for all the other people. Learn to be a gracious exiter. And it's simple. All you have to do is thank them, shake their hand, tell them that you loved connecting with them for whatever reason. Maybe it was their passion, maybe it was this, and just say, you know what, I am really excited to help you. Let's connect next week or after this event, because I think I have 2 people that would really help you. Or I think this book that I read, like, I want to talk to you about this. Whatever it was, whatever you guys came to agreement on in terms of where you could help, remind them of that, and then walk away, you guys, and make sure you are meeting other people. Okay, so the formula, again, ask, offer, exit. And all of these things are things that you can learn. Okay, so user, schmoozer. Don't be one. And I just have to share this quick story. So in my world, in my business, we've had a handful of trainers come into our market, professionals, industry experts that have come in to train us and help us. And then we've also had our corporate headquarters here for a few times. And man, if that isn't ever a time where you can watch people's personalities come out. And the user schmoozers were all over the place. And I just want to encourage you, if you are a leader of an organization, of a team, and if you find yourself going to these types of events where there is a trainer, an industry expert, or corporate or whatever, people that you perceive to have value, you perceive that they can boost your career, you perceive there's something that you can get from them, you want to rub elbows with them. If you walk into a room and you quickly dismiss people in your organization for this other person, I would encourage you to switch it up a bit, because you're telling your people that they're not as valuable to you as this trainer is or as corporate is, and that's not true. These people in your organization have trusted you. They have joined you in business. Show them respect. So here's a way that you can switch that up and still show them respect, but still meet some people that you want to meet for whatever reason. Take them under your wing, take them under your arm, and take them with you. And when you're meeting that person, just say, hey, have you met Sally? Sally just joined me in business and she is awesome. I love her for X. And it doesn't have to be anything big. It's just bring them in. That way you're showing value to your individual. You're not hurting your team culture, and you're still able to interact with those others. And you're teaching them how not to be a user schmoozer. I hope you guys are having a great day. Go ahead, if you haven't liked my page, go like it. I've got a business page over there so that I'm going to be sharing these types of tips and just things to help you along your way that I've learned, some of them the hard way. I want to help you guys. So have a great day, you guys. Bye.